Hey guys, now that we're back from our regular scheduled commercial break, just kidding. There really wasn't any commercials. I just ran out of time because I talked too much, but that's okay. So, the next thing we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about an abacus. So, I'm going to show you some pictures of an abacus real quick. This is a picture or several pictures of real live abacuses. So, when you hear the word an abacus, you're like, oh, I don't know what that word is. But I guarantee you, most all of you, even though you're probably sitting by yourself, raise your hand. Most all of you have seen an abacus. So raise your hand if you've ever seen a real live abacus. My daughter actually has one. I think I'll bring it to school tomorrow. And if you come on Wednesday, it should be here so you can see what it looks like. So let's go back and let's talk about exactly what an abacus is. Up here, we have our, bear with me just a second. Up here, right here, we have our vocabulary word, abacus. The abacus is also called a counting frame, and it's a calculating tool. And so we can talk about actually how you use an abacus in real life, but we can also use an abacus that looks like this if we are on a two-dimensional or just pencil and paper situation. So if you're looking at this abacus, each one of those areas or each one of these lines represents a place value. Just like over here, this value right here is the hundred thousands. I'm going to put a 0 here. Well, that's supposed to be a 0. And I'm going to put the same 0 here because those two things match. So this is the same place as this. And then if you have the next one, this is the 10,000s, and this is going to be the same place as this. And then you can go to the just thousands position, and that is right here. So if you notice, all of the parts of this abacus that's over here are the same pieces and places that are in this expander over here. And so if you're looking over here, if I have 1, 2, don't laugh, 3, notice I have 3 objects in this ones column, then I would come over here and I would put a 3. Man, this Miss Schreiner writing on here with the mouse, not my strong point. Woo! Okay, then this hundreds position is the same thing as this position over here in this expander that we see. So I like the hundreds position, so I'm going to actually give them 1, 2, 3, woo! That's only one single solid little thing. 3, 4, 5. That's supposed to be 5 items in this hundreds column. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to put the 5. Goodness gracious. And now we can tell that there's nothing in this tens column. And so I'm going to put a 0 here. So my number from what I am showing right here on my abacus, this is not an actual item. This is just the arrow pointing. So all I have is numbers over here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items there. That 5 goes here. There is nothing on this tens line. And there are 3 items on this one, so I'm going to go put this 3 over here. So my number would be 5. What position is it in? 100. So 503. And one of the things that you want to be real careful about, this is supposed to be a decimal right here, although it doesn't really look like a decimal, but that's okay. One of the things you want to be really careful about is when you're using your words and you're writing things in expanded form, you want to be careful not to use the word and. Because when you use the word and, it tells the person that's reading your stuff to stick a decimal right there. So they would actually, if let's say I said 503, they would write 500. I know I'm running out of time. We're going to have another commercial break apparently. So they would write 503. So you got to be real careful with the word and, because if you throw that word and in there, it's going to throw a decimal in there and it's going to put those people into a stop them dead in their tracks.